Well, the US Postal Team Hotel here in Le Grand Bourgnon has pulled out all the stops for the arrival of the yellow jersey, or at least a can of paint and a bed sheet anyway, but it's the thought that counts. And you know, all the success that Lance Armstrong is having is drawing inevitable comparisons with Greg LeMond, the only American ever to win the Tour. But to get a real measure of his achievement, you need to compare him to someone else, himself 3 years ago.
On Wednesday, October 2nd, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. Prior to seeing my doctor last week, I had been experiencing swelling and pain in one of my testicles, and I coughed up some blood. On Thursday, October the 3rd, I underwent surgery at St. David's Hospital here in Austin to have the malignant testicle removed, and the surgery was successful.
I was terrified. Yeah.
A CAT scan was also performed the same day. The CAT scan revealed that my condition has spread into my abdomen.
The majority of my disease was in my lungs. I had about 10 to 12 golf ball sized tumors in my lungs.
I've never cried a lot, but the last week I cry all the time, and that helps, I think.
Without knowing it, Lance had been riding with cancer his entire career. His chances of resuming it appeared to be zero. His chances in general, not much better.
With what Lance had, almost none. We told Lance initially 20 to 50% chance, mainly to give him hope. But with the kind of cancer he had, with the lung x-rays, the blood tests, almost no hope.
Through the course of his diagnosis and his treatments, he went really to rock bottom. And when he found out that his cancer had progressed and it was in his brain, I think that was probably the lowest point of the low.
I wasn't prepared for that news. I was scared. I was scared for my life.
Preserving his life entailed brain surgery and 3 months of intensive chemotherapy. Resurrecting his career remained a combination of low priority and faint hope. Remarkably though, 12 months on from his diagnosis, he was holding a US Postal jersey in a press conference to celebrate both his return to professional cycling and a year of survival.
Having passed the 1 year barrier, which was October 2nd, was a big day for me, and certainly bigger than a birthday or another holiday, and I think that says a lot. Right now my tests indicate that there is no cancer. The chest x-rays are absolutely clear. When they started with 10 to 12 golf ball sized tumors in my lungs.
And by now his doctors were happy to come clean about his initial condition and his recovery.
The most severe and the most miraculous. Nothing even close. Nothing even close.
I think that if I were to come back and to win and to be successful, I would consider that a complete recovery as an athlete.
Last year Lance did come back, but he didn't win. And after a poor start to the season in Europe, he headed home.
He spent so much time training, preparing himself physically, that I'm not sure he realized how it would feel mentally or emotionally to be back in the peloton again. A lot of nervousness and doubt, wondering, I guess, if you can go from where you were before to where are you going to be next. Can you go back to the level you were at before? Maybe yes, maybe no.
For me, the time is now. I can race into my 30s, but these years are so critical that if I miss out on those, I'll never race again.
So at the age of 27, Armstrong came back again this spring and stayed back. He made no secret of the fact that his goal was a successful return to the Tour, and his early season performances were impressive enough to install him as one of the favourites when he arrived at the Puy de Fou. His 2 time trial performances have cemented that position. Now all that can stop him from coming back further than even he can ever have believed are the mountains.
Coming into the Tour, I thought, and my coaches and the people on the team thought that my strength in the Tour would be my climbing and not my time trialing. So if that holds true, then I might be able to hold on.